It's Game 7, Round 1 of the NBA playoffs.
Well, we didn't have to wait long for the postseason excitement to ramp up this year. Already in Round 1 of the Western Conference playoffs, we've got a Game 7 to bring you on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Now Denver's starting five. We've got Carmelo Anthony, James Harden out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Jackson, and it's O'Neal in at the 5 down low. And for the Spurs, they've got Kobe Bryant. Kevin Durant is out there with Avdia. Then there's Jalen Duren, and it's Arenas in at the point guard position. You look at the Spurs, boy, you can feel the energy and anticipation in the air tonight. And you played in this league. What makes Game 7 so special?
Well, just the fact that these are the games you ultimately remember more than most, especially if you come out on top. Everything you've done in your season comes down to tonight. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Harden, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Anthony. Down low. Here's O'Neal, clock at 6. Duren with the rebound. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper-aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Anthony, and from 16 feet away, he cans it.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's Durant. Here's Arenas. Three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Screen by O'Neal. Anthony, pass to O'Neal. Good D by Duren.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
San Antonio moving the ball around. It's blocked. Here's Anthony. Oh, look out!
Wow! Are you kidding?
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Bryant outside. Durant with a screen on Barrett. Here's Bryant. O'Neal pulls it in.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Anthony against Durant. Anthony outside. And he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 6 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Bryant. 5 points in the game. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Outside Barrett. Back to Harden. Three-pointer, Anthony. Rebound by San Antonio.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to Avdia. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Anthony. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And he gets it back.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duren sure knows how to use those long arms.
He got a piece of it. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Pass to O'Neal. Over Avdia. That shot is good by O'Neal.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Here's Arenas. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Duren. San Antonio again can't hit.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. They trail by 1. On the wing, Bryant. Can't get it to fall. Now 3 for 5 in this one. It's Barrett on the wing, inside. Avdia with a steal. And here's Bryant outside, and he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Harden drives in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
A master of attracting contact. Harden just takes pride in fooling defenders and getting those calls.
That's good from Harden.
And one of the most prolific offensive players of his era, James Harden. The Beards led the league in assists and scoring, and very few guys can say that.
And San Antonio making a change here. Sohan's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Murray's checked in for Barrett. He's off on the second.
Such a versatile guard. James Harden is a triple-double threat every single night.
And the dunk by Duren.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Up top, O'Neal. Pass to Murray. Back to O'Neal. Banked it in off the glass. O'Neal's got his second basket on the night.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Duren with it. Here's Arenas. Fires for 3. O'Neal pulls it in. Back to Harden. Denver moving it around. Anthony against Durant. Anthony with a bucket. Anthony's got 8.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Arenas, defended by Murray. Oh, stolen by Harden. Pass to Murray. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Kobe. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Ooh, stolen by Murray. The baseline K, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Now it's a 3-point Nugget lead. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Denver?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
They've also done a good job defensively so far tonight, just making it tough all around on shooters, and it shows in their block numbers.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Checked in for San Antonio. Johnson, he's checked in for Denver. Sohan, right side. Pass to Duran. Back to Sohan. 5 to shoot. Duran with a screen on Johnson. Here's Sohan. Kept alive. Here's Duran. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Anthony outside. Pass to Jackson. Shot blocked. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Kobe. The Spurs have got 6 of 14 in so far. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Nuggets.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. Pass to O'Neal. Screen by O'Neal. Three-pointer, Harden. Oh, wow! Look out! Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
And his efforts, well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Sohan, the pass to Bryant. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Beasley's checked in for Bryant. And the switch here also for Denver. Haynes checked in. The Nuggets lead by 3. Down low. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations. Getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now McCain. No points yet. Pass to Pirtle. The shot misses. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Now here's Murray. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. And now an 8-point Denver lead.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And so it's Denver, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable and getting him out of rhythm. We'll be right back after this word. And our coverage of Game 7 continues. Intense atmosphere right now. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
Malik Beasley is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then there's Jakob Pirtle. Then there's Jared McCain. And it's Arenas in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now here's Murray. He shoots it. San Antonio with a rebound.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
McCain with it. Defended by Payne. Here's Sohan. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Knipple. No points so far. Murray for three. Some solid D from Beasley. Pass to Arenas. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nuggets lead by 7. Outside Murray. The rebound by Beasley. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to McCain. Sohan outside. Now here's McCain. Tightly guarded. No good there. Off the double clutch. The Nuggets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Outside O'Neal. Outside Murray. Screen by O'Neal to win the cold spell. Murray can't get that one to fall.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Here's Sohan. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Pass to Murray. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Murray's got 5 points.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. He's checked in for San Antonio. Bryant comes in for Beasley. Barrett's checked in for the Nuggets. Harden comes in for Payne. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Pass to Arenas. And here's Avdia. Johnson with the defensive effort.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's O'Neal. Rebound San Antonio. Now here's Bryant. Defended by Harden. Back to McCain. Bryant against Harden. Shoots from 14. And Bryant gets it to go. Bryant's got 14.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Johnson. No made baskets yet. And that one's good. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
For San Antonio, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Harden, pass to O'Neal. Now Harden. And he's going for the lob.
It's rare that one of the game's best scorers is also one of the best playmakers. Harden does it all at the offensive end.
Pass to Avdia. Now here's Bryant. Five on the clock. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barrett can't hit. Spurs trail by 9. Pass to Arenas. Hurdle up top. Blocked! Here's Harden. And the layup falls. And now an 11-point Denver lead.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Making a change here. Durant's checked in. And Denver with a change here too. Anthony's checked in for Johnson. Spurs trail by 11. Bryant, the pass to Pirtle. San Antonio moving the ball around. From outside the arc. Some solid defense from Barrett.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
San Antonio's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3.
And when Durant is clear for takeoff, no hesitation.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. Anthony with a screen on McCain. Here's Murray. That one drops for him. Murray's got 7 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Murray against McCain. Pass to Durant. Over Barrett. That's good from Durant. On the assist by McCain. McCain's got 3 assists in the game.
Add Katie's mid-range J to the game's unblockable shots alongside the sky hook and the step-back 3.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Nuggets, Shaquille O'Neal taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Spurs trail by 10. Bryant in the high post. He's got 16. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here.
First team. Kobe Bryant shooting 2.
That free throw no good. Knipples checked in for DeJounte Murray. And he's good on the second. And here is Barrett. Still no points. Outside O'Neal. Avdia against Anthony. Screen by O'Neal. Barrett passes to O'Neal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You love to see it. Barrett operating the pick and roll like a surgeon.
Outside McCain. To the paint. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And Anthony slams it in.
Yeah, nice pass. Knipple with the high basketball IQ. He just knows how to generate offense.
Here's the screen by Bryant. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. Durant draws the double. Shoots. Here's Pirtle. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Anthony outside. Harden with a screen on Pirtle. Here's Anthony. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Spurs trail by 13. Bryant outside. Pass to Durant. Lets the three fly. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds now. To the inside. Up top, Harden. Covered by McCain. The three, Barrett. The rebound by the Spurs. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Yeah, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Now here's Anthony. 14 points for him. Rebounded by the Spurs. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Durant. Back to Bryant. Over Barrett. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. And he drops it first.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and getting himself to the line.
And so he hits both.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and is getting them to the free throw line.
Anthony outside. Fires it from 18. Nice jump shot. Anthony's got 16 points now.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. The Nuggets on top, up by 11. And time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. A decisive Game 7 underway, and it's a grim situation for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, they're getting up a lot of threes, but the percentages are not the best.
Yeah, that defense can live with them shooting in the low 30s. They got to create better looks. Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. It all comes down to a decisive Game 7. Guys, what's it going to take for them to close out this series?
You can't leave anything in the tank. Approach it like you're playing for your life, because in some ways you are.
And you can't get sloppy and waste a bunch of possessions. You got to keep that focus.
No question. Let's get it. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for David Adelman. R.J. Barrett out there with James Harden. Then it's Carmelo Anthony. Then it's Jackson. And it's O'Neal in at the 5.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Spurs trail by 13. Outside Durant. Bryant, the pass to Arenas. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room and had.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now here's Harden. Off target from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Kicks it out to Bryant. Jacks up a 3, and it goes. That makes it 9 for 13 now.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been today.
Outside Harden. Denver moving it around. Anthony against Durant. The fader. Not enough on that one as it misses. San Antonio trailing here. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Bryant. Avdia's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you got to have some fight to play in this league. Avdia's showing plenty.
Back to Harden. Lets it go from the wing. Good on the shot. Harden's got his second basket of the night. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Arenas passes to Bryant. Oh, got a piece of it. Anthony against Bryant. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Putting that length and athleticism to use. Jackson rises up.
Here's Arenas. Defended by Harden. Here's Bryant. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Harden, the pass to Jackson. Outside Barrett. Over Bryant. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game. Bryant outside. Pass to Durant. Back to Bryant. Shoots over Jackson. Over to the wing. Here's Arenas. Count that bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
So it's Denver now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Outside Harden. Outside Barrett. The free ball. And another miss by Denver.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Anthony. 18 points for him. Durant inside. Guarded by Barrett. Aritas passes to Durant. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets lead by 6. Pass to Harden. And here's Jackson. Now Harden, covered by Durant. Inside. Here's Arenas. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Few more intimidating in the paint than Jackson, the former Defensive Player of the Year.
Outside for Harden. They get back on track. Buries it from 3. Harden's got 8. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Denver.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Well, you cannot sleep on obvious defense. He'll work hard to try to deny you.
Bryant, the pass to Avdia. Harden against Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Durant. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. He misses the free throw.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Sohan's checked in for Avdia. Murray's checked in for Denver. And the second free throw is good.
Well, look, it seems like every time Jalen Duren is on the floor, he's looking to outdo himself, to raise his own standards as a player. I really like that about him.
Now here's O'Neal. 19 points in the game. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
That one's off. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Bryant outside. Launches it. Gets the 3 to fall. Bryant's got 8 points in the quarter.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Anthony outside. Jackson, the screen on Durant. Anthony, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Spurs trail by 7. Bryant with it. He has 29 now. Uses the glass on the layup. Bryant's got 10 points here in the second half.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
Screen by O'Neal. Murray from outside gets the 3 ball to go. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Well, that's just another thing Murray can do for you. Hit the 3.
Bryant outside. This one for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. O'Neal's got rebound number 11. Three-pointer, Harden. Sohan with a rebound. San Antonio has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Durant against Harden. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Here's Arenas, defended by Murray. Swatted away. They retain possession. And Sohan gets it to go.
Off the catch, Sohan is pretty reliable. He's a smart shooter, and he won't pass up those high percentage opportunities.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. He's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Denver, Johnson comes in for Jackson, and Knippel subbed in for Harden. Here's Knippel. Yet to see a basket. Screen by O'Neal. To the middle. Anthony, the pass to O'Neal. Count the basket. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Down low. And stolen by Anthony. Murray deciding where to go in. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, Murray can certainly break you down with his ball handling. He has got a terrific skill set.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. McCain's checked in for Bryant.
Second team foul. At the line for the Nuggets, DeJounte Murray. At the line for 1.
Well, it seems like every season, DeJounte Murray is out to make it his best year. That competitiveness is something you really appreciate.
Now here's Durant. To the paint. Blocked! And they'll get another chance. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked. So he'll head to the line.
No debate there. He got hammered.
San Antonio shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls.
No doubt Kevin Durant is the best scoring forward of his generation, maybe of all time. I mean, KD can do anything offensively.
Payne's checked in for Denver. And both free throws good for Durant.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Pass to Knipple. We've got 1:23 left in the third. They kick it out to Murray. Clock at 4. Rebound San Antonio.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Here's Arenas. Left side Durant. Over Knipple. The rebound by Murray. The Nuggets lead by 8. Pass to Payne. Back to Murray. Denver moving it around. Here's Knipple. There's 37 seconds left in the third. The Nuggets need to get one up. The 3. They get the rebound. O'Neal. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
With the 10-footer, Murray, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 8. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. We've got Jakob Poeltl, Avdia out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Kobe Bryant, and it's McCain in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Three-pointer, Harden. Rebound by San Antonio. Beasley outside. Pass to Bryant. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Denver leading by 8. Outside Murray. Here's Johnson, covered by Poeltl. Here's Harden. Releases from the wing and drills it. 10 points for James Harden.
Yeah, that soft touch that Harden has on his shot makes hitting a mid-range J look so simple.
Pass to Johnson. Oh, deflected and stolen by Beasley. Avdia passes to Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Harden misses.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Beasley misses. The Nuggets lead by 8. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Harden. Jackson Davis will screen to the inside. Yes, and a Nice assist from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now here's Avdia. Spurs need to get one up here. Hurdle with the bucket. Hurdle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Here's Jackson Davis, and he goes in for the dunk.
You know, I think Murray is at his best when he's unselfish, looking to create for others.
McCain against Murray. Pass to Bryant. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bryant against Harden. Jackson Davis a screen. Throws it up high. And then Harden with the jam.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
Spurs trail by 12. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's McCain. And he hits the jumper for 2. McCain's got his first points of the night.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
The Spurs have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. Pass to Beasley. And here's Bryant, defended by Harden. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Beasley. Bryant's got 33 points.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Go for a different look here. O'Neal, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Jaren Jackson comes in for Johnson. Anthony's checked in for Barrett. And Knippel subbed in for James Harden. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying you can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Allie, thank you. Here's Knippel. And again, it's Denver missing. Outside Durant. And there's the screen. Durant, so effective inside.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Outside Murray. To O'Neal. Over Duran. That shot is good by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 25 points.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Here's Arenas. Duran in the high post. Rebounded by Denver. O'Neal's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Murray passes to Anthony. Here's Knippel. Now here's Jackson. Anthony outside. Sinks that one from the post. And it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big-time play.
Pass to Arenas. Out to the wing. Duran the screen. Sohan, the pass to Arenas. Sends it home from three-point land.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Murray. The three is up. O'Neal, it's good on the putback.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Spurs trail by 11. Pass to Arenas. Back to McCain. San Antonio moving the ball around. Over to the left wing. No good on the triple. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Here's Anthony. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Different look for San Antonio. Avdia comes in for Sohan. And it's Bryant in for McCain. Barrett's checked in for the Nuggets. Harden comes in for DeJounte Murray. Spurs trail by 13. Here's Arenas. Can't get the layup.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Now Anthony. Duran pulls it down. For the Spurs, this one not looking good. From downtown. Rebounded by Jackson.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now Anthony takes a three. It's good from beyond the arc.
It turns out Harden was the bait that time, freeing up a shooter on the perimeter.
San Antonio's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Oh, stolen by Harden. We've got 1:48 left to play in the fourth. That's a man on a mission right there.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Gilbert Arenas. Shooting 2.
knocks down the first one. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Duran. Hauser comes in for Avdia. Beasley's checked in for Durant. And McCain subbed in for Bryant. And Denver will go for a different look here. Cam Johnson, he's checked in for Jackson. Knipple comes in for Anthony. Murray's checked in for Barrett. And Payne is subbed in for James Harden. So he gets them both. And here's Denver. They're on a 13-5 run.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Nuggets.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And for a series that went all the way, you have to appreciate their ability to close it out in advance.
In Game 7, you need guys who are going to be clutch, who are going to rise to the occasion, overcome the obstacles. They did everything they had to do.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Duran, he's checked in for Poeltl. Avdia comes in for Hauser. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Beasley. And it's Bryant in for McCain. Here's Arenas. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam. And Hardy's got the ball here for Denver. They led by as many as 18. Jackson outside. Outside O'Neal. Here's Anthony. Duran with a steal. Avdia.
Well, over his career, Avdia has upped his scoring numbers, and defenders have taken notice.
Second team foul. Denny Avdia. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Avdia.
Well, listen, Denny Avdia is a key piece of this offense. He's got size at 6'9". He can shoot it, has really good passing numbers, and the best part, he's still improving.
And both free throws good for Avdia. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Payne against McCain. Poeltl rips down the board. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night. A terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
They've won it. Next stop, conference semifinals. And what a way to cap off a riveting series in round 1. They seem to feed off the pressure of this Game 7.
Well, they had to put a lot of energy into winning this series. They'll be a little worn down physically, but from a mental standpoint, they'll be riding high after battling so hard to win this series.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
James, this team seems to be clicking. What's been the key lately?
We're just more aggressive. Guys are getting it, and we're playing much harder. It's a good win for us. Continue to build and continue to keep our swag up. Great team effort for us.
It's up to you to keep them aggressive. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up from here, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA's Western Conference quarterfinals. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K.